Hey, 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 party people. It's Brandi and Cesley, and we're back with Blooming Through Faith, the podcast that helps you grow and bloom in your mindset, lifestyle, health, and wealth. We want you to know that you are capable, beautiful, and worthy. All right, guys, we all know that eating well is crucial for maintaining the energy and focus needed to lead and live efficiently. But Cecily said, But with our busy schedules, meal prep can sometimes feel like it's daunting. It's hard to do. It's another task. So that's why in this episode, we're going to give 5 practical ways to simplify your meal prep routine. And yes, we are super passionate about that, which I feel like we say at every episode, but we
We're
are
passionate about a lot of things.
about life. Okay. Whether you're juggling meetings, family time, personal projects, these tips are really going to help you save time, reduce stress, save money, and make sure that you have the nutrition that you need in each meal. All right. So grab a notebook and let's get started making meal prep a breeze, baby. All right. So I'm going to kick it off with number 1. Plan your meals in advance. And actually, this could be really, really, really simple, okay? So decide your meals for the week, including breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. And this will help you streamline and create a grocery list and the ingredients that you need, all right? So for me, what I really like to do during the week is my breakfast is easy peasy lemon squeezy, baby. It is oatmeal and a protein shake most of the time, or it's already pre-made eggs, spinach, and then I get some oats on the side, right? So I almost do the same thing for breakfast, and then I spice up my lunches, my dinners, and all that fun stuff, right? So opt for dishes that are similar with ingredients so it reduces prep time and waste time, all right? Keep the seasoning simple. You don't have to get fancy with recipes. So I see it all the time. People want to meal prep and they pull up these recipes and it takes a million trillion years. You don't have to do that, my friends. Just get some dash seasoning, get some different sauces, and then just throw it on. Even like with salmon is so easy to make. You can literally throw on the grill, put some salmon on, put a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of lemon, a little bit of dash seasoning. Boom, baby. I do the same thing with asparagus, right? So keep it simple. And then with your grocery list, like this is a really big one. Make your grocery list ahead of time. Don't go to the grocery store without a list and you're like, oh, I could use this, I could do
middle
this.
of the store.
100%. You're like, oh, I might make this week. Oh, this is buy one, get one. Well, then guess what happens when you do that? Like you get more food than you and your family need. And then you end up wasting food and you're spending more money than you actually need. So create a grocery list prior to going with everything that you need. Keep it simple. The way I do my grocery list is proteins, boom, carbs, boom, vegetables, fruits, like that. So I know what aisle I'm going in. And this is a duh, but most of the time, let's stay on the outside of the aisle and not in the middle of the aisle with all the processed, nasty, junky food, right? When you're meal prepping, you want to meal prep good food to fuel your body, right? And here's a tip that I do. I actually do my grocery shopping online. Yeah. I have an app. It's called Instacart. And I do this because it saves me time. So literally it'll take 10 minutes to do. It comes right to my doorstep and I save money doing this. People are like, what? Doesn't it cost like a tax and a delivery fee? It does. Maybe $10 or less. But every time I step in the grocery, I'm a shopper, Cecily. I love shopping. I don't care if it's CVS. I don't care if it's Target. I don't care if it's the mall.
I've been with you.
Exactly. So if I'm in a grocery store, I'm getting way more things than
a
I
lot
need.
of snacks get purchased, you guys.
100%
at the grocery store.
Well, we've gone to a lot of trips together and we're like, yeah, we need all this. And then we're
All
leaving
these
this.
snacks.
We leave this state and we're like, well, what are we going to do with these?
Yeah.
We have so many snacks. Let's give it to a homeless person. We've done that before. But anyways, so make sure you have a shopping list if you're going into the store. And then also a really good tip to save time and money is doing your grocery shopping online.
Yeah. I love the grocery shopping online tip because I usually am grocery shopping like with children. I know everybody's like, don't do that, but I have children. They're with me a lot. So going to the grocery store is like an epic adventure, and staying out of the middle aisles of the grocery store is the greatest thing that you will ever do for yourself. Just try it for just one grocery trip. Do not go down the middle aisles of the grocery store. One other thing that I love about planning your meals in advance, especially if this can feel really hard. It can feel hard to meal prep if you are someone who maybe does have a family and your kids eat all kinds of different stuff. So like I have a teenager and I have a 5-year-old daughter. There's a big age span between all my kids. And so my daughter would like to eat only macaroni and cheese. My teenager has lots of food preferences. So when I'm planning out our menu in advance, I'm planning out like a me meal and a them meal. It's all the same foods. I'm just maybe taking some things out of the me meal. And that's totally okay. So when you're thinking about planning your meals in advance and planning a weekly menu, don't think like, oh, everyone has to eat the same stuff that I'm meal prepping, because then your family is not going to really be on board with meal prepping, because sometimes like your kids are going to want mac and cheese, just straight up. Your kids are going to want some chicken nuggets. Your kids are going to want things that maybe you don't want to eat. And that's okay. You know, so like for us, what we'll do a lot of times is if I'm meal prepping dinners for the whole week, I know what protein we're going to use. I know what carb we're going to use. I know what vegetable we're going to use. And then usually there's just a little something extra added in for the rest of my family, because my husband is an eater. And every night he'll be like, pasta, chicken wings. And I'm like, no, dude, but I'll make you some pasta on the side and you can have it for yourself. So you can absolutely add that into your grocery list, and it doesn't have to feel like you're just cooking for yourself and nobody else wants to like support this meal prepping adventure. All right. Number 2, you guys, is batch cooking your staple ingredients. Okay. So if you've never heard the term batch cook, you're going to hear about it right now. So batch cooking just means you cook in bulk. All right. We're cooking things in bulk, save us time, save us like stress, really is the biggest thing. Because if you do not prep your food, you can go grocery shopping. Like Brandi said, you can make the weekly meal plan. You can keep it simple. You can go to the grocery store, you get home, and then you're like, okay, I have food. I'm going to just cook it throughout the week. No, you're not. That's a lie to yourself. You're not going to do that. Okay. So pick a day. Make sure that you are preparing large versions of your food. So don't just cook every single day. Okay. Make sure you're taking your, we like to focus on proteins, veggies, and grains. All right. So like I will cook all my proteins at one time. So if I'm doing turkey and fish that week as my meal prepping protein, I'm going to cook it all on Sunday afternoon, all of it. Okay. I'm going to put it in little Tupperwares. I'm going to get it ready. Same thing with my grains. I'm going to cook it all. If you're somebody like me, like I don't want to eat the same thing every day. So now I have all my food prepped and ready to go. I batch cooked it. Now I'm saying
that works.
That works, right?
Yeah.
I batched it. I don't know how to use that term, but that's how I'm going to use it. Okay. I cooked it in advance. All right. And that means that when I get hungry, and I'll give you an example of this in just a second, I can just grab a certain amount of my protein. I use my measuring cup. I'll grab a cup of my protein. I'll grab half a cup of my carbs, and it's ready to go. I don't have to have the meals already fully prepped and ready. Just cook your stuff in advance, y'all. So my daughter and I had a little swim date just a little while ago, and she really wanted a hot dog. That was what she wanted. It was very important to her that she got a hot dog today. I went through Sonic and got her a hot dog. Normally, this is the moment where as moms, we would break down and get fast food and ruin our day of food, right? But I didn't have to do that because I knew I had turkey and rice and veggies in the fridge already cooked, and all I had to do was put it all in a bowl, microwave it. I had lunch ready to go. She had her hot dog. Everybody was happy. I didn't feel like garbage. Last thing I want to say about this is if you do not have a slow cooker or an Instapot or even something like an air fryer, highly recommend you invest in one. I do all my salmon in an air fryer. Somebody gave me this tip the other day and I was like, this is life-changing for me. And I literally make 5 to 6 pieces of salmon in my big air fryer all at once, and it's done for the week. It takes me 20 minutes.
I love that so much. And the biggest thing is too, if you guys you take the time to prep and have your meals ready, you're not going to go through that drive-through. And even if you do go through the drive-through for your kiddos, you have food, just like Cecily said, so you're not going to waste it. And when you have those meals prepped, you're going to feel better. Like she said, I didn't eat a hot dog. I didn't feel like garbage. Okay. Cause let's be honest, when we go through drive-through foods, when we're putting processed foods, when we're putting that crap in our body, we do feel bad. We feel bloated. We're inflamed. We're tired. We're fatigued, right? So prepping is definitely key. All right. Let's go to number 3. Simplify your cooking techniques, just like Cecily just said, with using the slow cooker, Instapot, air
I can't do
flip.
words today.
I can't either. We're not going to edit this. The fryer, air fryer. It's probably because I don't use the air fryer, right? Grill. So what we do is we put almost everything. So I will cook on the stove, oven, and then Mitch cooks on the grill, right? And so it's literally takes us 1 hour or less to meal prep every week. Wait a second. People are like, I can't meal prep. It takes so much time. It takes us less than an hour a week because we're putting things in the oven, then he's grilling, right? And you can multitask and get other things done. But we put the salmon on the grill. We put like rice, like Cecily was saying, on the grill. We put vegetables on the grill, and then same thing in the oven. So anyway, simplify your cooking techniques. You're right. Yeah, that's it. That's really all I have. We like the grill a lot here.
Simplify. Yeah, I love a grill. And you have a Blackstone, don't you? Didn't you say that?
He just got it for Father's Day, and he loves it.
Everything's so easy. And the only thing I'll add to this is I see a lot of people talking about meal prepping and saying like, oh, go and find great recipe inspiration, meal prep like this. I would say the opposite. Like, do not go and search for a million different recipes, because when you get used to cooking like that and eating like that, you're not going to stick with a meal prepping plan, because you're going to just, it's so complicated. And I used to meal prep this way, where I would make sauces and I'd make meals and I'd chop up a bunch of stuff. And I'm like, oh, I just need meat, veggies, like carbs. I don't need to make it fancy. It's not that complicated. Right, Brandi?
Correct, Cecily. And another thing, like, you can mix up, like Cecily was saying, we do like X amount of proteins, our carbs, and then our veggies, but you can mix it up. So like, for example, I might have a burger bowl one night, and then the next night I'm having grilled chicken with asparagus with a little bit of barbecue sauce, and then the next night I'm doing grilled chicken with buffalo sauce, right? So like, you can use the same core ingredients and you can make different meals, because I hear it all the time. It's like, oh, I don't like eating the same thing all the time. Well, if it doesn't taste like the same thing, it's totally different, right? And so that's why you get your meals batched up, right? Your proteins, your carbs, your fats, they're all batched. And then you can switch the seasoning, you can switch the sauces, you can switch how you eat it, you can put it on a wrap, right? You can have the buffalo grilled chicken that you had the night before, you can throw it on a wrap the next day for lunch, baby. You can make different meals with the same food and save time.
Yeah, don't trick yourself into thinking that it's really hard and talking yourself out of meal prepping, because this really is the difference between you seeing success in your nutrition habits. Like, this is such a game changer when you start doing this. So our next tip is utilizing pre-cut and frozen ingredients. All right, you guys, I know this seems like a, well, duh kind of thing, but I promise you, you're probably not doing this as much as you should. So a lot of grocery stores will offer pre-cut veggies, and that saves you significant prep time, you guys. I know for us, like, we shop at H-E-B. We live in Texas. It's a Southern thing. We love us some H-E-B. And they do a whole section of pre-cut veggies that are just, I love them. I shop them all the time. My husband's like, do you think you have enough veggies? I'm like, no, I think I need more, actually. Also, stocking up on frozen produce is really, really great. So I'll just tell you, as a nutrition coach, I get asked a lot about this, like more often than you would think. I get asked about frozen fruits and veggies, because we hear a lot about additives and things like that. Y'all, frozen fruits and veggies are flash frozen, which means the nutrients that are in a fruit, that's in a fruit or a vegetable, is like locked in there. It is sealed in there. So they're nutritious, they're convenient, and they have a really long shelf life because you just stick them in the freezer. They are so perfect for quick meals. And if you are worried about maybe pre-cut veggies and stuff being a little bit more expensive, if you're really trying to like tighten the belt on your budget, you can also do this at home. So one of my son's favorite snacks is cherry tomatoes and cut up cucumbers with like everything bagel seasoning. And so I don't put the seasoning on it, but I will pre-bag and pre-chop when I'm doing all my meal prep, even like our snack veggies. And I'll just put it in little baggies. So when I'm ready to eat during the week, it's all about making your week more simple. So if you can even pre-cut it yourself, put it in little Ziplocs, stick it in the fridge. When you're ready to eat, it's literally dump and go.
I love that. So good. So
Yeah.
pre-making those snacks, right? The carrot sticks, the celery sticks, your nuts, like putting them in bags so they're easy to grab and convenient. Fruit, all that fun stuff. I love, love, love that. What a great tip, Cecily. All right, guys, we are about to wrap it up. Oh, and one more thing, the rice. So we just talked about like, just kidding. One more thing. We just talked about the frozen fruits, vegetables are already cut and made to make it simpler. What I do is I get my jasmine rice in the little 90-second packets.
Yeah,
I
I love
don't
those.
prep it before because some of the rice, if you do prep before and you put it in the fridge, then it gets hard. And I'm weird with that texture. I'm a little like my OCD is like, nah, girl. So I'll use the 90-second pouches and then I just actually keep it out until the next day versus putting in the fridge because I might not eat the whole thing. So so keep it convenient, friends. All right, the last thing is organize your prep time. All right, so set aside prep time each week to dedicate to meal prepping. Cecily said it. Her prep time is Sunday night. Our prep time is actually Monday night. Sundays are crazy. They're family days for us. So I actually get our groceries Monday. We meal prep together as a family Monday night. So make sure you have a time on your schedule and calendar that works for you because it's going to help you create a habit. All right. And consistency helps make habits and reduces last minute cooking stress. All right. Use efficient storage. Invest in containers to store and prep your meals. I personally, what I used to do, I've been meal prepping for a very long time, like 17 years. What I used to do is I used to have each things in little containers because I would go to work or I'd have to take it with me or whatever. I don't do that now. I work from home. So I just have all my meats in one area, all my veggies, and then I just pull it out of the fridge, put it on a plate, throw it in the microwave. But then I prep Mitch has his to-go containers. So depending on how you're going to utilize it, those are the type of the containers that you'll need. And they got a ton of different options on Amazon because Amazon's taking over the world.
Yeah. They really do. And I'm pretty sure, like, depending on when you're listening to this, Amazon Prime Day is coming up, and I guarantee you they will have sales on meal prep containers. They just will. We buy them all the time because we end up throwing them away a lot. Like, I don't know what happens to them. All right, Glow Girls, by taking the time to plan, prepare, and organize your meals, you are not just nourishing your body, but you're also setting yourself up for greater focus, energy, and productivity in your leadership journey. I want you to imagine the effect that this small habit can have on your daily life and those around you. We want you to show up as your best self, fueled and ready to tackle any challenge that comes your way. So we're very excited to help you embrace simplicity in your meal prep and inspire others by this example. As leaders, we have incredible opportunity to influence and motivate those around us to adopt healthier, more mindful habits. So together, we can create a culture of well-being. And remember, you are worthy, you are capable, you're beautiful, and we can't wait to watch you grow, girl.